Good morning, welcome back to the channel. So I'm on a solo trip to Anchorage. It's super early, it's before sunrise. Actually not really, because we're in Anchorage, so the sun doesn't rise until like 9 a.m. But I booked a solo tour today to check out some of the local wilderness, the local wildlife, see some glaciers, see some animals, some cool stuff like that. But I decided I don't have enough warm clothes to do that. You know, I live in California, have some California winter clothes, but it's way too cold for that. So it's the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday sales. So I'm headed over to a JCPenney, which was within walking distance of my hotel, to buy some appropriate winter clothing so I don't freeze out there in the Alaskan wilderness. So wish me luck. We will check in soon.
For more information about this excursion and other things to see and do in and around Anchorage, Alaska, visit our website, nowgoseeit.com.
Well, here's the update. It's very strange. I just went to JCPenney in Alaska, which is connected to a gigantic mall filled with other stores, and I can't find like warm clothes. Now they have jackets and things, but I have a jacket. I was looking for like thermal underwear and some nice wool socks, but apparently the people who stock the shelves in the mall here in Alaska, they haven't ever been outside and realized that it was cold. I mean, I checked everywhere. I even went to Hot Topic. It's very strange. Anyway, so I'm hoping that I won't be too cold out on this Alaskan adventure. So I'm off to the meeting point for our excursion. I'm again flying solo on this. Elliot's back home where it's nice and warm. It's about 6 degrees out right now. I put on an extra pair of socks. So that was my solution to being cold. We'll see how that goes. But walking to the convention center in town here, that's where the van meets to take us all off to our day of adventure. Booked it last night on VA Tour. It was about $200. There's a link down below in the description if you want to check it out. We do make a little bit of a commission if you use our link, so we appreciate that. It helps the channel and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I'm excited to check it out.
I boarded the tour van and started our journey out into the Alaskan wilderness. The vans are super comfortable, big windows on both sides, and the stunning views pretty much start from the moment you leave Anchorage till the moment you get back. On both sides, you'll look out the window to see glacier lakes, tall, snow-capped mountains. As we made the drive, our knowledgeable tour guide gave commentary along the way, pointing out some of the features that we were seeing out the windows, told Alaskan stories and tales of culture and history of the area. Much of the day was spent in the van, but we made numerous stops along the way to take photographs and to try and see wildlife.
This is Beluga Point, about 30 minutes north of Anchorage, one of the first stops on the tour. It's pretty cool out there. It's named for the beluga whales that live out there. They poke their little white heads out of the water, but obviously very hard to see because of all the other snow and icebergs, but I guess that's how they stay safe. I haven't seen any yet, but I'm gonna keep looking.
About 90 minutes into the tour, we took a stop at a service center that had a few different dining options, a Subway restaurant, a small coffee shop, and an ice cream parlor, as well as a gas station where you could get snacks and things like that for the rest of the journey.
Howdy, howdy. I just stopped off during the tour at a gas station for a little restroom break and some snacks. About a third of the way into the tour, we've been driving along the highway, beautiful mountain views and water views, a little bit of wildlife spotting, nothing great so far. I did see some sheep at the top of the hill. Got a little shaky footage of it with my DSLR camera, but it's been a pretty cool trip so far. So we're gonna continue on.
After a little more driving, we made it to our first major stop on the tour, the Alaskan Wildlife Conservation Center.
This is the Alaskan Wildlife Conservation Center. It's home to lots of really cool Alaskan animals, animals that have been abandoned in the wild or hurt in the wild. They're brought here to rehabilitate, sometimes to be re-released, sometimes to live out their glory years here at the center. It's a really cool center here in Alaska, part of the tour. Really cool place to see.
The center is set up so that you can either stay in your vehicle and drive past the large animal enclosures or get out and walk around the area. During the summertime, I imagine the walking tour would be much more enjoyable, but in the cold winter months, we were quite comfortable driving the car and hopping out to get up close and personal with some of the animals. The advantage of being there in the wintertime is that the crowd level was very, very manageable. It was just our tour group and maybe 10, 15 other people. It's really a great way to experience some of the animals. Some of the animals at the Wildlife Center include black bear, Alaskan moose, red foxes, elk, black-tailed deer, porcupine caribou, Canadian lynxes, bald eagles, great horned owls, wood bison, and porcupines. The vast Wildlife Center butts up against the Placer River. There's a small boardwalk where you can walk out and enjoy the amazing view of the mountains and the river that surround the center. It's really a great place to see Alaskan wildlife. There are numerous naturalist-led programs where you can learn more about the animals if you have more time to spend or are just planning to take a day trip out to the center. Our journey continued to our final stop on the tour, the Chugach National Forest. We pretty much stayed in the van for the vast majority of the tour around the National Forest, stopping off at different stops to check out some of the glacier lakes formed by the famous Ring of Glaciers. During the summer months, it's possible to take a boat tour out to actually see the glacier, but during the winter, it's impossible to get a boat into the lake, so you just kind of have to use your imagination that there's a glacier just around the bend. Visiting the Alaskan wilderness from Anchorage on a tour like this is a wonderful way to see more of Alaska. Well, it was very cold, and to be honest, adding a second pair of socks really didn't do much to keep my feet warm. It is a wonderful way to see the vast Alaskan wilderness while visiting Anchorage. As the tour concluded, we made the about 90-minute drive back from the furthest point of the tour to our hotels in Anchorage. As we drove, the sun started to set. The vast Alaskan wilderness was again on display, this time kissed by the sun, glowing orange, reflecting off the glacier lakes. It really is a truly magical place to visit. That sums up our Alaskan wilderness day trip from Anchorage. If you've enjoyed this video, please take a moment to subscribe, like this video, share the video. For more information, you can always visit our website, nowgoseeit.com. And until next time, now go see Alaska.